As days passed after Kemi's daring confrontation with Nala, a palpable tension gripped the village. Whispered of Kemi's discovery spread like wildfire, igniting fear and uncertainty among the villagers. Some dismissed her claims as mere superstition, while others began to question the true nature of Nala's enchanted beads. Meanwhile, Nala, seated with fury and frustration, her once thriving business began to falter as rumors tainted her reputation. Despite her effort to reassure her customers, doubts lingered in the minds of those who had once sought solace in her beads. Desperate to regain control, Nala sought counsel from a reclusive herbalist known as Baba Ife. He was rumored to possess knowledge of ancient charms and protective spells passed down through generations. Baba Ife, Nala pleaded, her voice tinged with desperation. I need your help. My livelihood, my reputation, all of it is at stake because of a meddlesome girl and her accusation. Baba Ife studied Nala with a piercing gaze, his welded face betraying no hint of emotion. You have ventured into dangerous waters, Nala, he finally spoke, his voice deep and resonant. The spirit world is not to be trifled with. Once you court their favor, there is no turning back. Nala bit her lip, her hands clenched in fist of frustration. But what can I do, Baba Ife? How can I reclaim what is rightfully mine? Baba Ife's gaze softened slightly as he considered her plight. There is a way, he murmured, more to himself than to Nala, but it will require sacrifice and courage. Nala's heart raised with hope as Baba Ife outlined his plan. He spoke of a ritual that would appease Mami Water and restore the power of the beads. But there was a catch, a steep price that Nala would have to pay. You must offer a token of great value, Baba Ife explained cryptically, something that holds deep meaning and significance. Nala hesitated, her mind racing as she weighed the consequences of Baba Ife's proposal. Yet, driven by desperation and a flicker of hope, she resolved to follow his guidance. With Baba Ife's instruction in hand, Nala set out under the cover of the night to gather the necessary ingredients for the ritual. Meanwhile, Kemi continued her quest to uncover the full extent of Mami Water's influence. She sought out Mama Ngozi once more, their conversation deepening as they pieced together fragments of forgotten lore and whispered secrets. Mami Water is a formidable spirit, Mama Ngozi warned gravely, her eyes reflecting the flickering light of the fire. Her powers are ancient and far-reaching. To confront her directly would be perilous. Undeterred, Kemi pressed on, driven by a determination to protect her village from harm. She sought out the guidance of elders and healers, learning of protective charms and rituals that had long been forgotten. With each revelation, Kemi grew stronger in her resolve, preparing herself for the inevitable confrontation that loomed on the horizon. One moonlight night, as Kemi wandered along the riverbank, she sensed a disturbance in the air, a ripple of energy that set her senses on edge. She followed the trail of the disturbance, her steps quickening as she approached a secluded clearing illuminated by the glow of torches. There in the heart of the clearing stood Nala, surrounded by a circle of flickering flames. Her eyes gleamed with an unsettling intensity as she chanted incantations that echoed through the still night air. Kemi watched in horror as Nala performed the ritual outlined by Baba Ife, every moment imbued with a raw desperation. As the ritual reached its crescendo, a chill swept through the clearing, carrying with it a faint whisper that made Kemi's blood run cold. She recognized the presence of Mami Water, drawn forth by the promise of Nala's sacrifice. No, Kemi shouted, her voice breaking through the silence. She stepped into the circle of flames, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. Nala's eyes widened in shock as she beheld Kemi's defiant stance. "You dare interfere?" she spat, her voice trembling with rage and fear. Kemi met Nala's gaze with unwavering resolve. "I will not let you condemn our village to darkness," she declared, her voice ringing with authority. With a flick of her wrist, Kemi threw a pouch of protective herbs into the heart of the flame. The fire erupted into a blinding blaze, its heat searing the air as ancient energies clashed in the fierce battle for dominance. Nala shrieked in fury, her hands reaching out towards Kemi with a desperate plea. "Stop!" she cried, her voice cracking with desperation. But Kemi stood her ground, channeling the knowledge and strength she has gleaned from the studies and the guidance of Mama Ngozi. With a final surge of determination, she called upon the spirits of the earth and sky, waving a barrier of protection that shimmered with light. The ground trembled beneath their feet as Mami Water's spirit surged forth, her power lashing out in a fury onslaught. Yet Kemi held firm, her will fortified by the love and devotion she felt for her village and its people. In a climactic moment, Kemi unleashed a counter-strike of elemental energy, sending a shock wave through the clearing. The flames sputtered and died, leaving behind a stunned silence that reverberated through the night. As the smoke cleared, Kemi and Nala stood facing each other, their breath coming in. Nala's shoulders sagged with defeat, her eyes clouded with a mixture of remorse and resignation. "You have won," Nala whispered harshly, her voice barely audible above the whispers of the wind. But at what cost? Kemi approached Nala slowly, her heart heavy with empathy. "The cost of deception and darkness," she replied softly. "But there is hope still, Nala. We can mend what had been broken." With those words, Kemi extended a hand to Nala, offering a chance for redemption and forgiveness. After a moment's hesitation, Nala accepted, her finger trembling as she clasped Nala's hand in hers. Together, they returned to the village, where the dawn greeted them with the gentle rays of sunlight. The villagers emerged from their homes, their faces filled with a mixture of relief and gratitude. They gathered around Kemi and Nala, their voice rising in a chorus of praise and thanksgiving. And so, the village was restored to its former glory, its people united by a newfound sense of resilience and hope. Kemi became a revered figure, honored for her bravery and wisdom in confronting the darkness that had threatened to consume their homes. As for Nala, she devoted herself to a life of humility and service, using her skills to create beauty that celebrated the spirit of unity and compassion. The tale of Kemi and Nala's battle against the forces of darkness became a legend passed down through generations, a testament to the enduring power of courage, love, and indomitable spirit of the human heart.